Hello sports fans, welcome to Super Sports Central. Today with my Week 15 MLB Power Rankings. This is also the week of the All-Star break. So there are my All-Star break edition Power Rankings. So going over last week's rankings and what those teams did. Last week at number 10 was the Tampa Bay Rays. They went 6-1, had a great week. They started off with a 4-game sweep against the Red Sox, and they took 2 of 3 against the Orioles. Number 9 was the Twins. They went 2-4 in the past week, not very good. They split a 2-game series against the Brewers before losing 3 of 4 against the White Sox. Number 8 was the Red Sox. They had a terrible week. They won only 1 game with a weekly record of 1-5. They lost 2 of 3 against the Yankees and were swept in a 4-game series by the Rays. They're going to fall out of the top 10, and they also lost starting pitcher Chris Sale to a broken finger. Number 7 was the Padres. They went 3-4 in the past week. They took 2 of 3 against the Diamondbacks and won only 1 of 4 against the Rockies. Number 6 was the Brewers. They went 2-4 over the past week. They split a 2-game series with the Twins and lost 3 of 4 against the Giants. Number 5 was the Braves. They had a huge series against the Mets. Really, it could have determined first place of the NL East at the All-Star break. Right now, it's currently held by the Mets. But the Mets did take this series 2 of 3. But the Nationals were able to bounce back from that, taking 3 of 4 against... the Braves were able to bounce back, taking 3 of 4 against the Nationals. So overall, a record of 4-3 for the Braves. Number 4 was the Mets. They had a great week, going 5-2 with a series win over the Braves, as I mentioned. And they also took 3 of 4 against the Cubs. Number 3 was the Dodgers. They went 4-1. They took 2 of 3 against the Cardinals and swept the Angels in a 2-game series. Number 2 was the Astros. They had a little bit of a down week for their standards. They went 3-3. They took 2 of 3 against the Angels and lost 2 of 3 against the A's. And number 1 was the Yankees, 3-3 in the past week. They had a rare series loss against the Reds, but then bounced back, winning 2 of 3 against the Red Sox, and the 2 games they won were in absolutely dominating fashion. So this week's rankings, number 10 is the Twins. They're just barely in the top 10. They are sliding down, but by a razor-thin margin, they're in. Number 9 is the Brewers. The Brewers have not been good lately, and a big reason why is closer Josh Hader has been a problem. He used to be unhittable, and in the month of July, he's been terrible. That reminds me, being a Yankee fan, that reminds me of something that the Yankees went through with closer Aroldis Chapman. He'd been one of the best closers in baseball, and then the struggle started last year, and they've continued to this year. He hasn't been good. In fact, he's lost his closer role. Number 8 is the Blue Jays. So the Blue Jays are jumping into the top 10 after having a great week. They went 5-1. Number 7 is the Padres. They've fallen actually 10 games behind the Dodgers in the NL West, but they still need to make sure that they're going to be able to secure a wild card spot. As remember, with the expanded playoffs, there's now 3 wild card spots, and I think the Padres are in a very good position to do so. Number 6 is the Mariners. They're jumping into my rankings and jumping all the way up to number 6. They are in a 14-game winning streak, and they have themselves in a great position for a wild card spot at the All-Star break. Number 5 is the Braves. They could have jumped above the Mets if they were able to beat them in the series, but they were not able to, as the Braves will stay at 5 and the Mets will stay at 4. Number 3 is the Astros. They're falling 1 spot down to number 3 with the combination of the Dodgers' good week and the Astros' not amazing week. Number 2 is the Dodgers. They're moving up for the same reason the Astros are moving down, but the Dodgers also are 16-4 in their past 20 games. So that is unbelievably good. And number 1 is the Yankees. So I considered moving the Yankees down, but with how dominant they were against the Red Sox, they're still the best team in baseball, at least in my eyes. They have the best record in baseball, so the Yankees stay at number 1. So let me know in the comments if you agree, disagree, and why. If the Yankees should not be number 1, who should be. But I think the Yankees should be number 1. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. I do my best to post as often as possible, and I will see you in the next video.